Hello and welcome to NARL Season 17 here at Iowa Speedway. You can see the ticker's messed up a little bit. That is partially because Steven is in a triple digit number. The other half of that is because the auto updater isn't wanting to work. But regardless, we are here at the land of corn, Iowa Speedway. Ran here last season. The current person at the top of the points board, or not the top of the points board, but the top of the practice sheets was the last season's winner here. Get a quick check on how many laps we're going to be running on a tank of gas. About 57 laps in a give or take 100 lap race, so pretty much a one-stopper. But yeah, last week Daytona was an interesting race due to the fact that passing was a precious commodity. I butchered that word so bad. My apologies. But it was a commodity to have any passing on track. I may have to stick with TV2 or Spectator or something this race because TV1 came in that front straight. It was just awful. But TalhaDevYT ended up getting his first career win last week after a little bit of botched strategy on some areas here and there, but regardless, we're back here at Iowa. We got, looks like to have another fairly good sized field as Tristan Grace, aka Korean Just Basketball, doing a little bit of, you know, driving around. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, I'm not trying to flip through the cameras here. I mean, I had to do this last season, just kind of had to find the right one that fits the mojo best I could, at least, anyway. But I do know that let me check something. Okay, we're good on that. But I do know we're getting kind of into the season. Stuff's starting to get a little bit towards starting talking about the championship battle and such. So we'll take a quick look at that. On my end, I don't have it saved here. I used to do little NARL points boards back when I had a bit more time on my plate, but don't really have as much time as I used to, so probably won't end up doing that.
Buddy joined your channel.
I lied, I'm here.
Welcome, welcome. Broadcast already started.
Welcome, party people. This is NARL, I think.
This is NARL! Yep.
NARL.
Current look at our point situation based on max points. We're just looking at that. Stephen Gibson currently 3 ahead of Gino Bononi, and it is a 20-ish point gap all the way back to Landon Lyle in 3rd place, and then after that, Roman Gonzalez 4th in the standings, 44 back, and then 69 points back in the standings, Joshua Clements.
Sounds to me like we've got a tight battle.
Somewhat, for the points lead anyway. Back on.
I was in another Discord and I forgot to disconnect.
All good.
I was having a existential crisis for a minute because I was hearing 2 blips.
Oh yeah.
Who's watching the stream so far?
What?
Who's watching the stream so far?
It depends on who types in the chat. I don't know. I haven't seen nothing.
Let's get some crowd participation going.
Yeah.
I can't see it, but Zach sure can. Let's see who's here.
Yeah. Favorite pizza brand. Just throw that out there in case anyone has an answer for that. I'll say my favorite pizza. Yeah, I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of shade for this. I am a big Little Caesars fan. Been so for the past entire lifetime I've been alive.
Yeah, it's hot and ready for $6, $7, $8. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Can't go wrong with it. Yeah, it's a good eat. It's a good eat in a pinch.
Yeah, I love them like crazy red. To die for, man.
I tell you what, if you want just regular old normal pizza, I go Domino's. But If you want like a Chicago style deep dish, I'd say probably Lou Malnati's or Pizzeria Uno. It's probably controversial
I'm
as
actually,
well, but
I have never heard of those before, except for Domino's. I've heard of Domino's.
Oh yeah, you never heard of they're kind of local to Chicago. They do a deep dish, but
Yeah.
a lot of their thing is thin crust. They cut it, they call it tavern cut, like square, cut it to squares.
Okay, kind of the way they do it with the Tony's Pizza.
Yeah, kind of. But I'd say my favorite at the moment, just store bought pizza, would probably be it's called Motor City Pizza Company. It's another kind of
Local
deep
thing.
dish. Yeah, it's a Detroit style pizza.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Stuff that store-bought pizza. I like that Red Baron, DiGiorno, some good stuff.
Yeah, whenever you don't want to blow $30 on ordering out, there you go.
Yeah, that too as well. Yep, homemade pizza is the bestest. That is. Katessa Hobbs. I hope I didn't butcher that name in the chat.
So Steven Gibson in another number is the fastest car on track by a whopping 2/10 exactly over Jolene Sims.
Yeah, joined with the wrong car. But Jolene, they've been setting pretty fast times here. I've been keeping an eye on them. I definitely think they're going to be one to watch tonight in that 6 machine. Or is it 6 or 06? I forget. 6. Okay.
6, yeah. I understand the setup's kind of tight, so it might be a very interesting deal. I also might make it. Oh, I thought Hobbs was going to kill somebody.
Yeah. We got Roman Gonzalez is talking about him 4th in standings. Honestly, some really solid consistency we've seen out of Roman, aka Scubs, here in NARL. Nothing flashy though. It's always kind of been like top 15, top stuff like that every once in a while. Nothing too crazy.
I was gonna say, yeah, sometimes the best thing to do is just show up.
Yeah.
That's what Scubs has done a lot of times. He's come out smelling like a rose on a lot of them, getting good top 5, top 10 runs.
Yep. I think attendance, from a consistency basis, I think it's down. Attendance overall, I think so, but like from the same guys consistently showing up every week, like you got Joshua Clements, they're 5th in standings. I don't think they've done a whole lot of races. I think the only 3 guys that have been consistently showing, or 4 guys that have been just consistently showing up have been Roman Gonzalez, Landon Lyle, Gino Bononi, and Steven Gibson.
I've had 3 beers and I'm talking more eloquently than you.
Hey man, if whatever works for you. Hey, I don't.
Oh, I can talk eloquent no matter what. We're going into qualifying right now.
Qualifying time.
Yeah.
I'm running off like.
Who you got for pole? I feel like Gibson's gonna.
I'm gonna say Jolene gets it. I think they got some good.
Yeah, I think we've settled our front row more than likely, unless we get a surprise out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because I'd say they're cream of the crop right now. They are head and shoulders. Well, Steven, naturally.
Yeah, definitely
yeah. And I'd say it may be a toss-up between 2 or 3 separate people for that 2nd spot, unless Gibson totally bungles his lap or chooses not to queue. I mean, nobody's just looking at this entry list. Nobody's going home.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting as well. Don't count out TalhaDevYT as well, or usual hot lap merchant.
Oh, looks like AGG is in the house now.
Oh shoot, okay, he might go for pole.
Still slipping it. Well, he's still got to get the track. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, he'll get in this field.
As I was gonna say, he's gonna make his way to the front. You know how that goes.
I might pick him to win the race, but the thing about this track, at least in NARL's history, I haven't really seen a lot of these races go clean and green, as if you would consider.
Yeah. A lot of the short track races tend not to go clean and green.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
chaos usually opens the door for circumstance, and circumstance opens the opportunity for underdogs to take advantage, and he may throw another wrench into a drawer you didn't even know you had.
Right. So it looks like AGG is in with the track correct and all. So, and there's about a minute left in queue. He may be able to squeeze off a good lap here. Let's see. Top of the our front row is coming to pass at the moment. Gibson and Jolene, they're in the 23-2s, both of them, about 15 1,000ths apart, and then you get to Troxel and Bononi with just a whisker under 2/10 off.
Yeah, for all you guys in chat thinking we might have the script, I don't know, we might. Who knows?
I wipe my ass with the script. But no, yeah, no, but hey, when you have the Stevens and the Jolenes and the AGGs, what are you gonna do?
Right. I mean, some of these people are just unrealistically quick in these
Yeah.
races. Just even having decent pace or just hitting your marks right on the nose. They're always just
I
a
was
step
gonna say,
ahead
and to my
sometimes.
knowledge, they're not in the XCs either. Yeah,
Yeah, unless it's like one of
maybe.
those things where like you hit it like .1 in the EXE or whatever. But
Right. AGG timing him, he squoze a time in. He's not going to get a second lap, but he's going to get himself an eighth. So it looks like we have 22 cars in the field tonight. Nobody's going home. Everybody makes it in. About a second spread between the field. It's all pretty well bunched up. The slowest time was John Felber with a 24:39. So a good. I'd say it's going to be a pretty close race. I think all the way through the pack tonight.
yeah, and I think another thing to factor in as well is that tire wear that we might see, and it also depends on runs, racks. I mean, there's a lot of factors you can put together. And I think, like you said, field's gonna be packed, but I think if we can get some laps going, I think we'll see a little field spread. I don't think it's gonna be like you normally see it like a road course or something, but I think we'll start seeing a little bit more.
But yeah, no, you'll have your hard chargers and they'll fade. You'll have your, like you said, your normal comers and goers.
Yeah. Yeah, Stephen Gibson, last season's winner at this track. He's sitting on the front row on the pole's position here for tonight.
Yeah. And Talha, we got people spinning under the Legends track here.
There's a Legends track here? Back on.
Yeah, out in the infield, yeah.
Oh, shoot. I don't know why.
Our boy Crangus McBasketball, a.k.a. Tristan Grace, just killed Scubs in
That's
Talha.
okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Death by dying.
Yeah, Arca's got Cletus McFarland. NARL's got Courageous McBasketball.
What the hell is a Crangus anyway?
I've known him for. I mean, I think he was the first NR race I did. I think he was in it.
I'm talking the word Crangus. What the hell is a Crangus?
That's a.
Is that like an exotic Cambodian cranberry?
I was like cranberry juice or something.
Can you even have cranberry bogs in Cambodia? I wouldn't think so. It's too humid.
Well, I mean, if you got to get like a greenhouse, maybe.
You think there's enough room for a greenhouse on the island, or well, on the little peninsula?
I mean, if there's a will, there's a way.
Hmm.
I'd be like one of the underwater greenhouses.
Okay, yeah, no, I was thinking Thailand for some reason. I don't know why I was thinking Cambodia when it's not. Oh God, Lyle just impaled the safer barrier. Anywho, yeah, no, we need to get GoFundMe going there, so we can discover, research the cause of a Crangus, and how we can best assimilate that into society.
Yeah, we have to ask Mr. Courageous McBasketball something about that. He might know a thing or two on that. Yeah, currently,
Oh, Gibson's loose and looping it.
Yeah,
he's on that ragged edge, yeah.
Yeah, it's about that. This is the perfect time to test your limits, see how far you can push that car.
The old ragged edge.
Yeah, right during happy hour.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Scubs is actually putting in a respectable time. Granted, it's a 5. I'd say he'll have a big race pace. I think I'd say top 10 pace.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's not really been too flashy. He's been just really top 15 pace, really almost every race this season that I've seen. He's just kind of been that dark horse that's been really showing up in the standings, which, granted, I don't think he's going to be a title contender, but, having that good of a standing here in NARL, yeah, I'm not going to say it's, walk in the park or, just by attendance, but, it's definitely not the easiest thing on the planet.
Are you picking up AGG on your thing?
A little bit. He is warping. Or are you talking about
no. He had a global whisper going.
No, I muted him. Not because I don't like him, but oh my gosh, Troxel just ate.
Yeah, I was gonna say his voice just came blaring out and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, no, I haven't muted him during night fires. He's bitty me yapper. Getting the Rex out.
I wasn't concerned about his yap, but I was concerned about it bleeding through on the stream like a ghost.
Yeah. I mean, I have Cameron turned on. He doesn't usually yap a whole lot. He has his pre-race meeting. That's about it. Nothing too crazy. I used to say a lot more over the intercom before I started broadcasting. I think the fact that I'm broadcasting might have.
I think we got some boogeties in order shortly here. So everybody's
get them riled up.
Yeah, we gotta get the jimmies rustled, the J's creased, the belts pulled tight one more time.
Yeah, TV1 camera on the.
Yes, imagine being serenaded with a rhyme like that over candlelight dinner on a carnival cruise. Canned lobster and whatever come out of the sewage bin. We are gridding up at the present time. Spectator camera sucks on this track. It's a legit spectator camera, and you can't see over the hollers.
Yeah, you ain't know he's good. Be frankly honest with you.
It's supposed to be realistic, though.
Yeah. Sure.
So yeah, as we see here, row one, as we talked about, is Gibson and Sims. Row two is the ghost of Thomas Troxel, and there he is, and Gino Bononi. And TalhaDevYT and Harry Crawford, row three. Row four is Landon Loudback and AGG.
Start your engines.
Landon Lyle and Cam Jam make up the next row. And then you have Scubs and company behind them. We're not going to have time to get through the full starting grid here because they're in turn three.
Much you want
on the abbreviated lap. Yeah. Yeah, if we get a restart, I'm not going through the rest of the grid.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm just.
They will be all right. The pace car is in, boys. Pull them belts tight one more time. We got ourselves a boogity and a half at Iowa, and Jolene Sims just completely screws up. Oh, they already screwed up in the back of the pack anyway, so they get the... Oh, I see. Chris Bowes did an oopsie, apparently. Well, we got pit. We're knocking the fence. We got knocking the fence down. This Thomas Troxel claims we're under green while he's on his side.
Green flag. Yeah, no, they didn't even get going, man.
Drivers, to your cars.
Yeah, apparently Chris Bose's car went to second gear and died.
Yeah, sometimes
I don't know what that's about.
Sometimes RNG's just ain't on your side,
Chris
man.
Bose has a god-awful transmission, I guess.
Yep.
Do what Alan Kowicki did, slam it in fourth and leave it there the rest of the race.
Yeah, you might be you might be the slowest car in the field, but hey, at least you finished the race.
Pace car's got about a second and a half on him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe we will have time to go through the rest of the starting grid. Yeah, we had Scubs and Amaya on the row that we missed. Then Will Viola and Carl Childress next row. Cranges, Tristan Grace McBasket Case, and Skylar Dunn. Nathan Hobbs and Cameron McElreath. Chris Bowes with the shitty transmission, and Colton Pettipas. And then shotgun on the field, we have John Felber and Zaporowski in the 18. We are taking off rather quickly. The pace car is getting ready to run away and hide, hopefully for the rest of the race. And we got ourselves Boogity Part 2 here at Iowa. Into one, of course, Stephen Gibson with the whole shot going in. Got about 2 car lengths on Thomas Troxel taking position in second. A lot of jockeying through the field, of course, going into turn 3. Give lap on to Steven Gibson. Troxel second, Sims third, Benoni fourth. Battle for fifth between TalhaDevYT and Harry Crawford. Going in rather hard. AGG is going to make his way up through the pack as it sits. A lot of, you gotta think, not a lot of taking going on here, not much giving.
Yeah, I mean,
makes you think about tires.
Yeah, you know, these guys, you know, they got these a little colder on the tires. This is your time to get track position. You save your stuff now, you can lose that track position. But if we get a green run going, these guys start saving a little bit. They got that good track position. Find that good balance. You're in good shape for the first round of pit stops if we stay green.
Right, it's hard telling if we'll stay green. Everything's been pretty clean racing up to now. 1 point Troxel you saw there got into the back bumper of Gibson, but couldn't quite capitalize on the run. Jolene got a little loose off a tooth there. Gino gonna take advantage. But Jolene gets to drive off the top. Can't quite lock it down. It looks like we're under caution.
Did you hear Cameron say anything?
I don't think the whisper's working.
I think it's just not directed towards this channel, is my guess.
Probably not.
We'll make do.
We may have a. Need to figure out the cause of that caution. That's the first one of the night.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay. That's the deal.
Who was it?
It was Amaya. Just look at the replay. It looks like Sebastian Amaya broke loose behind Will Viola, checking up for the corner at the same time. 44 Petipos got dumped in the process of checking up for the 13. He just got completely ran over. But oh no, he didn't even get run over. He got loose going into one himself. McElreath almost spun into the wreck too, but it was just two simultaneous single car spins.
Yeah, I guess they thought
It's
that might
kind
have
of
too.
Yeah. In any case, the caution is out. And everybody except the 86 of Gibson and the 30 of basketball stayed out. Or excuse me, everybody but them pitted. First car out of the pits is Nathan Hobbs. What did he do? Take 2 tires?
I think so. Bit of a gamble out of that 07 car.
Lyle first out on. I think he took 2 also. First out on 4 naturally is Troxel. So it's lap 6 and we're already doing 2 tire calls. This will be a very interesting. Hobbs is coming back down. I think he couldn't get himself parked in a stall. I bet. Yeah, I don't even know if he was able to take tire. Maybe, but I got to take a look see at this.
Yeah, this puts a little bit of predicament for our leader here. Didn't stay out.
Okay.
Some of these guys stayed out.
The 07 missed his box. Oh yeah, he completely missed his box first time around. So he's getting his service now. I don't know if we're going green. We don't have our race control in our ear.
Yeah, no idea.
I'd imagine not, because the 07 is still on pit road and fixed to rejoin the pack.
I'll keep on my toes. I know IFAR is kind of the same ordeal, so I can give what information I do got.
All right. Well, yeah, it looks like possibly next time, because everybody's in. See, we got several people in 4th gear coasting, saving fuel, just in case it gets to that point.
Yeah, I mean, you got 57 laps on a tank. I mean, you guys that just pitted, they'll make it to about lap 60, give or take. It's not going to be a huge difference, but 6 laps on tires can be a big thing. As for fuel, I think it's just kind of like how do you execute.
Right, and of course, with the 86 and stuff, it's hard to say how hard he is using his stuff up that early on. I don't think I'd say he was probably on cruise control.
He's got a bit of a buffer here, but again, those few cars, they did stay out.
Yeah, he's got the 2 car buffer of Grace and Lyle. Obviously, they took 2 on their stop. Looks like we're getting ready to go green here. And here we go. Another whole shot start from Gibson as Tristan Grace does not get going. Lyle does, however.
Yeah, we'll notice you see Gibson, he took that lower lane to do the restart on. He was able to really grip the tires a lot better than these guys. Not to mention also have the control advantage. It's a really good jump there. Tristan Grace dropping like a rock right now.
I'd say, yeah, the tire strategy did not work in his favor. He's back. He's almost outside the top 10 here. He's far. He's hung out to dry at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's just maybe a pace deficit.
Possibly. Let's say, yeah, the four tires. I'd say tires are very, very important because Lyle's holding his own now, but he's not going to be able to hold his own much longer.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at Gibson, though. Gibson is just staying even. You got
even on, yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Maybe there is that big a deficit on tires. And we have something happened in the back with Zabrowski in the 18. I don't know what that was about.
Okay, quick look at that, see if that might have been
Um,
issue he might have had. Yeah, it looked like he just had a little bit of a rookie mistake. Getting a little loose, spinning around. We stay green.
He's, yeah, sip a little. That's it. And Benoni is all over Troxel for third now. Just kind of biding this time. I don't think they get. Let's see the gap here. It's not, if it's increased, it hasn't increased by very much at all. That's it. I'm just a 10th. But now the tires are starting to fade for Lyle, and so he'll probably start dropping before long.
Yeah, you got to remember though, only 6 laps of wear, and that deficit that he has can turn into an advantage if those guys behind him push a little too hard to try to get around him.
You're trying not to say decifit.
Decifit. I could probably end up saying that.
Yeah, still pretty calm racing through the pack as it is right now. Single file, not really. As soon as I say we go 3 wide for position back here, but that worked itself out. AGG with the penalty earlier, riding around in the back, just kind of making hay.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see him drive up through this field.
Yeah. Of course, he's got what, maybe 2 laps of practice on this.
Yeah, that's true.
If that.
Oh,
So, I mean, it is an IFAR setup after all, so.
Yeah, it's interesting that IFAR Season 6 setup at just a FSC track. I think that makes it a really interesting combination for these guys. A little different from what we've seen.
So we've got have a little bit of activity around Lyle now. It looks like he was holding up the fresher tires for a brief period. Troxel and he are side by side right now for second.
Yeah, one thing to note, you can only hold it back for so long, but eventually that cream will rise to the top.
Yeah, I see. And Troxel leaning. Benoni I don't know that he thought to take advantage to go 3 wide, but it just kind of splayed out that way. But Lyle's now going to begin dropping like a rock. And I think the 2-tire advantage he had has just been erased.
And Gino already, he wants that spot for second place now. He wants to see what he can put together for that 86 car. 6 laps fresher tires. We'll see what he can put together.
Lap traffic's going to be in the fray here. Zabrowski in the 18. Running the same line as the leader at the moment.
Yeah, the trick for Zabrowski here.
Keep it glued. Yeah, keep it glued up to the wall.
Yeah. Main thing as a lap car, obviously not a whole lot of experience here in NARL, but it looks like he's executing pretty well here. Just picking a lane, sticking to it, and that's really just the best you can do as a lap down car. But
yeah, Gino has made the gap up to Gibson and then some there. He's ran 23.69 against Gibson's 24.0. Gibson is obviously, I mean, older tires, yes, but he's not pushing near as hard. Gino takes to the apron just about to try to get some kind of run rocking on the 24. Or on the 86, excuse me.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing, you see how much flames are shooting out of these guys' pipes into the corners. Makes me wonder if they're shifting at all. Yeah,
They
no,
are.
They're not.
Yeah, they are. No, they are. I'm watching the telemetry. Gibson is shifting. Bononi's not.
Yeah. The safer strategy not to
Yeah.
shift.
I don't know about anybody else in the field. It seems like everybody else is in fourth through the corner. Except the 50 of Chris Pose, but he's well off the pace. And Bononi's going to take Gibson for the lead. But Gibson's going to try to fight back with a crossover, see if he's been holding back.
You got it.
He actually gapped him by a car length or so there, and I think those tires are a much more keen advantage.
Yep. I think you need to, take a look. These guys start running these lap times. Start around maybe lap 55 to, heck, maybe even earlier, around 50. Might start seeing some pit stops. If this stays green.
It's looking like it's got the makings that it just might, but it's hard to say.
Yeah. Honestly, if you want to go for an overcut, I could even see maybe laps 60 to 63 maybe working, but I just don't know if that's the right strategy.
I feel like you would lose too much time. As important as tires are, because
yeah,
Gibson's already lost a 10th. He's losing a 10th a lap to Gino.
Yeah, Carl's doing a burnout.
Yeah, but caution is out.
Might be for something that happened with Carl. Skylar Den in the wall in 4.
Skylar Den and possibly involved. Let's see what happened. Oh, Carl got walled, or it looked like he kind of turned out. Oh, well, it's hard to say.
Yeah, only really got one good camera.
That might not have had any. That had nothing to do with the caution. That happened at the same time. Oh, Den just got in a little too hot on the 03 of Felber. Had nowhere to go but into the back of Felber, and they both made, pretty decent contact with the wall. Had to stop in the middle of the track, and that drew the yellow.
Yeah, this was for 14th.
All for the pursuit of 15th position. Looks like a lot of foreigners this time around. Gibson just beats Bononi out. Oh, Jolie. What? I got to see that again. Oh. Jolene was trying to cut. Oh, yeah, she tried to cut Tala off to try to keep that position and ended up losing 2 spots in the process.
I don't know if that was intentional or not. I mean, it looked like they just got loose and just...
it's hard to say.
Regardless.
Yeah, I'd say you can make that argument too, because she had the wheel cranked and then just stood on the gas.
Yeah, probably just kind of wheeled it a little bit more.
Oh yeah, she said her force feedback just yanked the wheel to the right. So she ended up losing 2 positions on that. Almost gets Troxel a little Iowa stripe.
Yeah, he's still holding on in 5th place here. I think he might have lost a few spots on pit road, but it's a pretty solid day for that 10 car regardless so far.
Yeah, it's looking like it's cycled to. It's a few new players in the top 10. Of course, Gibson, your leader. Bononi 2nd. Loudenbeck has moved up to 3rd. Viola 4th. Troxel 5th. Sims 6th. Losing 2 or 3 spots on pit road as we've covered. Tala 7th. Crawford 8th. Stubbs 9th. And McElreath in the top 10. Looks like we're fixing to go green here. Let's see how this start goes again for Gibson. And another hole shot, Gibson. Got 2 car length up to Benoni, heading into 1.
Yeah, he's been really good on these starts.
And down the backstretch, not a lot of battling. Just a couple of cars in front.
Yeah, it looks like Troxel immediately able to get around Viola, already setting his sights on that 2 car.
The Viola's playing the long game, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Let's see, that was around lap 25-ish, so it's probably around 77, 80-ish. We'll probably start seeing the next opportunity.
I would expect if we get a great run. I'd say the pit window will open about that time, 75 to 80 lap in.
Yep. Yeah, I can see he's really not pushing too hard, that 77. He's just playing that long game like you're saying.
Right. And Sid Sims got around him with relative ease, and Aziz might also here. And Gibson set his fastest lap of the race at 23:61.
Dikant.
Fastest lap of the race actually goes to AGG with the 23:53.
And where's he? Oh, Colton Pettipa tight in 3 and 4. He's going to lose that spot to AGG, who's going to be.
Oh, and Felber and Den are still glued to each other here. Almost chased Felber up the track. That's a hairy battle for position. Looks to me like they're getting ready to lap though. Okay. It looked like they were closer to the 30 than I thought. I thought he was getting ready to get lapped already.
Yeah, you can kind of tell he's struggling a bit pace-wise. You know, he had that gamble earlier in this race. Was able to keep it clean, but you could see he just dropped like a rock, and I think that's just due in part just maybe not as comfortable with the car.
Just pace and old tires more so.
Yeah. But by himself now, hopefully he can find that rhythm and keep it getting a little bit more speed out of it.
Right, so next caution, if we go on a free pass, we'll actually go to the 88 at Carl Childress. So he's got a few positions on the 18, which would be the other candidate. In the meantime, Benoni's reeling Gibson back in. Oh yeah, this is about to get tight here.
Reeling them in. I mean, it's that short-term gain, potential long-term loss, pushing their tires to get back up to them. It's just, I think it's really going to come down to pit stop.
You know, and then we've actually in the field's almost spread out almost evenly. It's almost broken up into private duels, at least up front. Troxel versus Sims, Benoni versus Gibson, Loudenback versus everybody around him.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
even Tala and Viola are in their own little private battle too, back here in 6th and 7th.
Yeah, Loudenback, he's kind of in a league of his own right now. I think that's a good spot to be in, just trying to, right behind the leaders. Gives you a good opportunity to kind of, save a little bit, not lose too much time doing so, but put yourself in a good spot to where if they make a mistake or...
Great time to study their line the whole bit.
Yeah. Put
It's
yourself in a good spot.
Benoni. Looks like Benoni's going for a pass here. Can he make it stick? He's trying. Good side-by-side action down the backstretch for the lead and for 4th behind him. And Gibson playing a little defense here, trying to hold Benoni low.
contact.
They door each other, and Gibson's going back on him here.
Gino parked the bus. Loudenback thought about going high, making it 3 wide, thought better of it. That brings in the 10 and the 6 really
I was
quick.
gonna say, this just got interesting.
I mean, the way Gino parked the bus there, he knew Gibson was going to go for that under.
So he was wide. I think he was waiting on. I think he was anticipating retaliation, but Gibson just ducked it low and made the pass.
Yeah, and that promotes the 2 to second place now.
Right. And that brings, as we said, brings the 6 and the 10 back into the fight.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of free track position for those guys in a sense. You know, they didn't really gain any spots, but they gained a ton of time there.
Don't look now. Will Viola is getting to be in the picture here. He's the fastest car among the top 7 right now, right up there with TalhaDevYT. They've been holding back, and it's working out for them.
Yeah, you're talking about these guys playing that long game, and you know, like I said, there's plenty of time left.
Their strategy is about possibly going to bear fruit here.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a door here. There's about a window. You know, you can pit theoretically you could pit as early as well, honestly now to make it to the end. Granted, that would be a terrible strategy, but that door's open. You can make it to the end from here.
Yeah, looks like they've lapped the 30 at Tristan Grace.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit this race, but you know what? Could be worse.
Yeah, but knowing he's gonna go make that time back up and try to get at Gibson again, hopefully without the mistake that he made the last time around.
Yeah, and you basically just see after just a few laps, we're back to square one. Except Loudenback now, he's under pressure from the 6 and 10, whereas previously he had a good gap between those guys.
Yeah, Viola's pressuring everybody.
Yeah, Viola, he's definitely a guy to watch right now. His truck's trying to pinch him a little bit in the entry. Able to round that exit.
Still got the run on exit. Yeah, still got the grip. Give 5th to Viola, and Talha following in short order.
Yeah, I think one thing to note there, you see Talha and Will. You know, Talha was probably just taking notes from that 77 car, like, all right, let's try what this guy's doing. Maybe it'll work out a little better.
And seems to be helping him out.
Yeah, granted, we haven't seen the full effects of the long run yet, but man, that 14 was slideways off too there, daggone. But you know, as this run goes on, if we stay green, we could see some big gains here on both sides of that.
It almost looks like the 2 is beginning to hold up the second half of the top 5 here. Sims goes for the move to the inside.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Gino is back up to the bumper of Gibson. Nicks the wall a little bit, though. Doesn't lose all that much time.
Yeah, I think one thing to note, Loudenback, you know, probably cooked up his tires a little bit more, and you know, he wasn't really putting that much pace on those guys with probably the way he was driving the corners, despite not being much quicker.
I guess a little bus parking again, or maybe Gino just got in too hot on Gibson there.
Hard to say.
But no matter, he's just going to catch right back up just about.
Yeah, one thing about Gino, and I've said this in IFAR before, where he can flip that deficit. If he comes out with the same tires as the other guy, he can make them last a pretty good while. Granted, he's not perfect every time, but he can manifest some stuff.
He will, yeah.
Yeah, he can manifest some stuff with the cheap deck of cards.
Making a silk purse out of a sow's ear, more or less.
Much.
Yeah, he's right up to the bumper again of Gibson.
Like I said, that short-term gain looking to be right there. I don't know where this is going to go long-term. I mean, we've seen this story play out almost race after race, but yeah, like I said, Gino, sometimes he can get a little bit closer than you think he can.
We could see him probably trying to pressure him into another pass here before long, especially if lap traffic doesn't behave.
Yeah. Honestly, lap traffic hasn't been really too much of a gremlin tonight.
Nah, they've been very good about it.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks. There's lanes, there's options.
Yeah, it's not like a Darlington where you're kind of boned and have to go on the apron.
Yeah.
To duck out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, Darlington is a very difficult track. I mean, it's not a difficult track in broad terms, but just from what I've seen, it's been a gym doozy. There's that 30 car going another lap down here.
Right. Oh, that was a bad time to cut up in front of the 86.
I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Probably not, but
I don't think so. It's just bad timing.
yeah.
And meanwhile, you got a slot in front of Gino here. Oh, there's
Okay,
a close shave there.
Yeah, you're gonna hold him up a little bit. I mean, that's just the unfortunate bit. You run close to the wall. I mean, he could have maybe went low, let him by, but he's also, trying to not go too many laps down here.
As I say, he doesn't have to let him by at all. He has every right to try to stay one lap down, try to get that lap back.
Yeah, I wonder if Steven might be kind of using him as a pick right now. Just, slowing up a little bit where he can save a little extra.
You take it as it comes, but well, even Gibson's getting affected by it. He got a little loose off at 4.
I think he's running a little bit quicker pace, and I think that's he might have.
I think he's trying to get around the 30, and I think maybe it's get a little frustrating for him. Maybe getting those tires hot.
Yeah.
As they're going to lap the 07 and Nathan Hobbs at the same time, just makes it that much worse. Yeah, Steven's got a major wiggle going on there.
Yeah, that grip as this run goes on. I mean, from IFAR setups I've seen in the past, it's usually a lot more grip in the short run, but as the long run goes on, that grip usually goes away, and that's especially the case of intermediates, at least from what I've seen. For what they have for this setup could be different. Granted, I didn't test it, but
right,
we'll have to see.
I'd say, look, Harrison hadn't thought about peeking the nose, but doesn't quite have the position at the moment.
Entering a little higher there, trying to get that.
Yeah, arc it off the corner, and didn't quite do it that time. Still eating into the lead here. Gino's.
It's a big slide there.
Yeah, both slid some.
Yeah, Gino able to pin it down a little bit better.
Putting the pressure on. Side by side battle. Good, respectful racing. And Jamison is just going to tuck in and just let Gino go for the moment. New leader, 24.
Yep. I can't help it.
And he's going to slide up the track immediately himself.
Back on.
Everybody losing grip.
Yeah, I think Steven's keeping him honest here.
Yeah, I see Will Viola getting slightly bigger every lap in the picture, in the mirror behind him.
Yeah, and these two battling. I mean, that's every bit of what Viola wants
they're
to
losing.
see.
Yeah, they're low. They're short of grip, big time.
And you gotta start thinking about pit stops. You don't want to pit too early, don't want to pit too late. I mean, there's a decently big window. I mean, that window is open right now if you wanted to pit.
Right. But I mean, what good's it gonna do? When you wear your tires before everybody else in the overcut. Right. Honestly, you can't undercut too much because you'll end up losing more time than you would. And of course, the overcut, obviously.
Yeah, you gotta find that right balance.
You'll lose too much time staying out.
Yep. I mean, it's such a big window. There's a lot of room for somebody to find that perfect point where they need to pit. Maybe flip this race around, but Steven, he's been really good in strategy and on pace. I imagine he probably already has a number written down or something in the back part of his mind where he's thinking, I'm gonna pit this lap if we stay green. I imagine Gino will probably follow him right in.
Good. It's going to be a very interesting thing to watch these two pit under green, knowing they're the class of the field. Yeah, obviously Gibson has retaken the lead.
Yep.
Oh, looper at 4. Zabrowski spins down toward the
Oh,
apron.
that might
No
be
trouble.
yellow. 13,
Oh,
also right in front of the leaders.
That was very hairy.
They call yellow for that?
Doesn't sound like they have. They got cars coming in, pitting. Loudback pitted among them.
Yeah, okay. I guess they stay green. I thought for sure that was
Yeah,
gonna
no,
be.
I think they were able to get out of the way just in time, just to not warrant a yellow.
I mean, we seen last week how they had another yellow that happened right during pit stops. And you seen how that really messed. I don't know if you were there, but it really messed up the order.
And
Really threw a big wrench into things. Tala, I think, had a spin out or something like that. He goes to pit road.
Or got another side-by-side battle for the lead again.
Yeah, these two just can't get away from each other, man. Oh, Gino, he's pitting
24 in.
Yeah, Jolene Sims right in tow.
Jolene got in pretty hot. I'm interested to see that.
Yeah, the thing about Gibson is he's been able to make these overcuts work. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. You know, somebody pits a little earlier, he's able to, overcut. He's just able to perfectly get that stretch.
Here he comes.
Yeah, it's only a lap difference too, so I don't imagine it's going to be any type of deficit for him.
Old Gino would about have to put a Q lap down to make up any semblance of ground.
Yep. And it's also execution on pit road. Like, you probably press the envelope on pit speed a little bit. Gain a little bit of time here and there.
Right. Oh, I just heard tires squeal. I think it came from the pits.
Yeah, it might just be people spinning out.
I thought so. I think it came from the pits.
Yeah, looks like
people leaving the box.
Steven, he's going to come out behind Gino, but he's also going to come out behind Viola. So, might not be
I don't
that
know
much
that. I don't know that Viola's pit yet. Though is the thing.
Has he?
I don't know that he has.
I think he has. Otherwise, he'd be way ahead of these guys. Yeah, he's pit. Nathan Hobbs is the only guy that has not pit yet. He's currently actually, I think, just now getting passed for the lead. Yeah. And
still 30 to go.
Yeah. So Lyle.
Not much reason to push.
Yeah, Lyle with the big undercut. He's got the lead now.
Not by much. So look at. Oh, this is tight. Yeah, Carl caught him at just the worst spot.
Yeah, you're talking about Gibson.
Yeah. Viola, Gibson, that whole crew.
Yeah.
And Lyle's getting taken out to dinner here. Gino was just running down.
Yeah, if you take Lyle out to dinner, you're gonna end up broke out at the end of the night.
It's like Thanksgiving at John Goodman's house before he lost all that weight.
Right.
So give third to the 86.
Yeah, again.
Gino's run Lyle down. See how much of a pass this will be.
I see Viola took a little bit of an undercut, and then Lyle obviously with a much more profound undercut. Able to keep that track position pretty well, though. I think he was managing his tires pretty good right now. But we'll see how patient Gino is, knowing that 86 is probably not going to be taking it too easy on him. $25 to go next time.
So Gibson may still have pace enough to catch these two.
Yeah. And you gotta remember, he's got about a lap fresher tires on Gino. I think with how much time he's lost, honestly, I think they're really just on the same strategy here at this point.
I was gonna say not much net gain or loss.
Yeah, about the same where they were when they pit. Only difference, got to get around the guy in front of you.
So Gibson blows by Lyle.
Yeah, you can tell the tires are just getting hot in that 42, trying to defend that 24.
Yeah, he's pretty well used up.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
No. So yeah, Benoni's got about 3/4 of a second on Gibson. That lead is shrinking as we speak.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could factor in maybe Gino might be saving a little bit, anticipating for that 86 catch-up, or
It's
maybe
hard to
vice
say.
versa. Might be Gino's just doing normal pace, pushing a little bit more maybe, try to get that time, or as Gibson with that lap fresher tires, making work with what he's got.
Right. Ooh, Carl almost lost it in 2.
Yeah, he's been struggling a little bit this race.
Right. Viola getting ready to get Lyle for 3rd.
Yeah, and then Nathan Hobbs right in the middle of the track there gets out of the way. Yeah, Jolene Sims, on pit the same lap as Gino, and you see how much time difference that is between those guys now. They're working on 42 and 77.
Yeah. There's a lot of lap traffic in the fray now too, just from coming out of the pits where they did. I think Den's gaining on the leaders. He's got fresher tires, so he'll get a lap back from Gino and Steven here.
We'll see if they try to put that together. I mean, if I'm them, I would try to see, try at least go for something there, because you don't know late caution comes out.
Steven must be hyper saving, or Gino's hyper pushing. Whoa! Somebody lost off of 2 almost.
Yeah, Landon Lyle.
Lyle.
Yeah, well, I got really loose off 2.
But yeah, Gino just pulled 2/10 on Gibson. Felber almost lost it right in front of him too.
Yeah, it's gonna be really rudimentary how they figure this out between 24 and 86. Can't really say who's got the race-winning strategy.
They're
right
quite
now.
evenly matched. It's going to be interesting to see once the 2 of them get together.
Yeah, one thing I will say, Gino has that advantage right now, lap traffic. He's got a couple cars between him and the 86. Oh, and then one of them spin. Kept it straight. Never mind.
No yellow, just got loose and got all those backwards in the 25.
Yeah, I mean, I think those cars that Gino was hoping was going to hold up the 86 more, they did quite the opposite.
And Gibson gained those 2/10 back, and then some.
And good on McKellery for being able to at least keep it straight enough to where
Good
caused an
save.
incident from it. Yeah, this thing is not over. Approaching 10 to go.
Not by any means. Yeah, Gibson is eating away at Gino's lead. You can even see it. You don't even have to look at the telemetry to show it.
Yeah.
That was about a 0.5 increase, or 0.5 decrease in the gap. A little more, there's 12 to go. Ain't no point to get up and just burn your stuff up just to not be able to pass the guy.
Right. Yeah, he's playing that long game and just, alright, let's kind of ease it in, get just the time where I need, and then get up to him from there. The only problem is, getting up to a guy's one thing. Pass them, like I said, a whole nother ball game.
They've already had previous contact. Not intentional, but...
Yeah. I think that's just some good old hard racing.
Yeah. I don't think that'll have any bearing on the finish if he does catch, but...
Yeah. Yeah, clock's a ticking. 10 to go next time. And point no return at 4 to go.
Mm-hmm. Curious to see the gap this time. We got lap traffic now going to play a role in it.
Yeah, next car going a lap down. That is Roman Gonzalez. Like I said, been running top 15 really.
Steven hasn't gained all that much.
Well, he might have just gained a little bit there. Roman took that bottom lane in turn 1 and 2, slowed up Gino a bit. Imagine Cameron's going to be a little bit more forgiving than being teammates. Or, well, I say that lightly. But now that's switched around where Gino now, once again, having 2 cars in between him and the 86. The 86 getting held up a little bit by Scubs, ever so slightly.
He's even still gained 2/10.
Yeah, I think that's because Gino also had to work around the O2.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the lap traffic.
So, I mean, Scubs didn't really make it any easier for Gibson. Probably he's going to break even there. And Cameron, I'm not sure.
Yeah, lost 2/10, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure Cameron's going to put too much crazy here. Oh, caught him in a bad spot. That's about it. Also, Scubs versus Jamison there. That is for the 11th place spot on the track. Only 10 cars remain on the lead lap. Last one being Harry Crawford in the 76. And he is plenty up the road. I don't believe.
I say, yeah, he'll be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, he won't even be a threat going lap down. That just kind of gives you an idea how spread out it is between 10th place and 11th place.
Right. Now we're at 5 to go.
Yep.
If anybody's gonna make any funny business, they better do it quick.
Yep. They got about half a lap now.
Seeing gap was a second last time by. We've now hit the point of no return. That's 2/10 eaten out of it from Gibson.
I don't know if he's got enough time.
I don't know the first time, right?
Yeah, I think he's a little quicker, saved his stuff a little better. Gino, you can see that grip is just almost gone. Trying to bring it home. And trying to be real easy on the exit here.
3 to go. Yeah, well, Steven didn't gain.
I think Steven might be suffering from kind of the same thing, but I think he's faster than one. I don't know, hard to say. It might just be the camera angle, but
yeah, I think
he's gaining.
Yeah, he's starting to gain now. Yeah.
Yep.
Coming to 2 to go.
Yeah.
Look at that big wiggle out of Gino.
Yeah, he just needs this thing to hold straight a couple
that was
more laps.
3/10.
Steven's
ready to pounce.
Yeah, he's coming to the white here. I don't know if I'm not gonna say it's over. Gino, he's really gonna have to hit his marks.
Oh, there's car up against the wall. Carl Childress. That doesn't matter.
Carl wrecking with 3 to go, doing his best Cody Ware
coming to the white flag. It's now down to 0.4 seconds. Gino's just got to hang on and keep it between the ditches here.
Yeah, I think Gino's got this as long as he's able to hit his marks in this last corner. I think he's got it.
Steven's going to throw it in there and almost lose it. Look at that. It almost stuck. He's going to lose it, I think, here off of 4. Gino Bononi's going to win it, though. Nah, Gibson hung on for second.
Yeah, you can tell he did not want
to. That was a valiant effort there.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's one of the best NARL performances I've seen out of Gino in a hot minute. Well done effort there.
Look, congratulatory tap. Will Viola brings it home 4th.
All right, he's going to pull down this front straightaway, and he's going to burn it down here at Iowa.
There you go.
You know what I think would be a cool track to see NARL go to? Twin Ring Motegi. I think that would be fun.
I've done that before, if I'm not mistaken.
If they have, I just don't remember.
Yeah.
Probably been like season 10 or something like that.
Right.
Or 5. Yeah, like I was telling you, man. I mean, you know, he is able to turn a bad deck into a good one real quick if he's got the
No,
right
very much so.
circumstances.
Very much so. Well, let you do the post race.
All right, I'll catch you later, man.
Buddy left your channel.
Tom Trockle. Oh, that thing is totaled. Yeah, he's bringing that sucker to the garage. Daggone. Yeah. Yeah, that thing is fried. Daggone. Well, let's see. Before we start post-race interviews, we'll go ahead and I'll take a look at our finishing order. With the winning position, Gino Vanoni gets it done here at Iowa. P2, Stephen Gibson. Third place, Jolene Sims after a solid race. William Viola, fourth place after going with a different strategy. Alexander GG after having a penalty during the race, going to bring it home fifth place. TalhaDevYT P6. Solid 7th place finish for Thomas Troxel. And then Landon Laudenbach brings it home P8. Landon Lyle, who went with a big undercut, it did not work out for him, ended up P9. Harry Crawford in 10th place. Cameron Jamison 11th place. 4th place in points entering this race. Roman Gonzalez, aka Scubs, he brings it home in P12. Skylar Den in 13th. John Felber 14th. Sebastian Amaya 15th. 16th place Colton Petpa. 17th place Nathan Hobbs. 18th place Tristan Grace. Oliver Zabrowski brings it home in 9th. Carl Childress P20. 21st Cameron McElreath. And 22nd place will be Chris Bowes. That will be the official or unofficial results for that one. Let's go ahead and bring in our race winner, Gino Benoni.
Buddy was
Steven
moved to
started.
your channel.
Oh, hello.
Hello, you've been kidnapped. Welcome to my
Thank
booth.
you for that.
Welcome to my booth. All right. Yeah, that was insane there. On that last stop, you took, you went with a good call there. Steven, he pit like a lap later, and then you were able to get that spot over him under pit stops, and that was pretty much lights out. What was your thoughts on that race?
I had a lot of fun with that. I don't know what it is about this version of Iowa. I recall season 5 Iowa being my first IFR win. So I don't know what it is about this place, but I just love it. And I thought the racing with Steven there was really good. I got into him that one time, and I tried giving it back, and I think I brake checked him instead.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking. I was like, oh, you got into him. I thought you were like parking the bus on him.
I was trying to give the spot back, and I think he just drove underneath me, and I think he tried to cross me over after that, and I just parked
Yeah.
in front of him. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh well. Worked out in the end.
It did. I kind of bullied him a little bit by getting underneath him when I wanted to pit, so he couldn't. So
Yeah. Points wise, y'all came into this race. You had 3 points over you in the max points. I'm sure this will make it a little bit closer with that win. Getting close to the end of the season here. Is there any tracks coming that you're particularly looking forward to?
I'm probably missing next week, unfortunately. That's a shame because I actually did want to run a Willow Springs race, and I'm not going to get that
Willow
opportunity.
Springs. I like that track. It's a cool track.
I haven't run it before, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make it for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Pocono's always a favorite of mine. Myrtle Beach is fun. In Atlanta, we brought it back this season because everyone was on good behavior last season.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, they better not make it a dumpster fire like the last few times we've been there, and we have to spend Tuesday penalty report going over something controversial. I would
Yeah.
prefer not to do that this time. And if
Yeah.
they make me do it again, I'm not putting it on the schedule next season again.
Yep. Yep. I mean, theoretically, if they did make it to where it was, no dumpster fires or any other tracks, thinking maybe Vegas again, or is there any other tracks you might have in your back pocket?
Maybe we'll have to look at what we've run recently and what hasn't been run in a while. We'll make a decision off of that, I'm sure. And if they actually behave themselves this time, we'll
All right,
probably bring it
obviously.
back.
Right, right. Um, yeah, I mean, overall, it was a really good race by you. Nothing really too crazy, and you just straight up hitting your marks, doing what you needed to at the end. The only other question I had for you, I could see it getting really loose there towards, once we hit the point of return. How much of a struggle was it keeping that thing straight off the corners? It looked like you were getting pretty loose there.
Yeah, those last 5 laps, the rear end gave up on me. However, I did think I was doing a little bit of a better job than most people because I was just leaving it in fourth, and I think most people were shifting the third. And I think it was burning up their rears a little bit more than mine, so I think the track had just enough grip that even though I was burning off the right front more, it was still just gripping and turning anyway. Um, and the rears, I think, went away a lot more. It felt like it was a lot more rear limited, so I was protecting the rears. And yeah, I got a little scared those last 5 laps because Stephen really started to close the gap there. But I think I just had a big enough buffer that he couldn't quite get to me.
Worked out in the end. You got any last statements before we move on?
Not really. Again, I'll thank Stephen for not completely murdering me after I doored him and then kind of brake checked him trying to give him the spot back.
Yeah, you probably owe him one after that one. Is what it
Yeah,
is.
I did end up giving it to him the next corner anyway, but at that point, I think I cost us both a lot of time. I think Landon Laudenbeck got to us, so
Yeah, made for some good racing.
yeah, I love that version of Iowa.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can bring it back.
Well, congrats on the win. Like I said, you won't be here next week, so we'll see. Pocono. Yeah, Pocono.
Should be Pocono. I don't think I shouldn't miss that one, but we'll see.
Yeah, I have no idea if I'm missing that or not either, but we'll go by ear on that. But yeah, congrats on the win, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Buddy left your channel.
All right. Who's next up on my booth snatching list? Looks like William Viola. Let's go ahead and bring in the other Italian.
User was moved to your
Mr.
channel.
William Viola, you got a copy?
Yep,
Well,
it's fun race.
yeah. I was gonna say, you looked pretty good there. One of the pit stops came out, I think, in third, and then put some strategy together. Went a bit more of a, I could tell you're saving a bit, taking that longer run strategy in that first half. Second half kind of went with the undercut. Overall, what was your thoughts on that race?
It went a lot better than I expected for it being a 4-year-old Malin setup. My strategy of the race, I was really not much of a strategy. I was just awful on the short run, but I charged all the way up there on the long run. Part of it was a lot of people were shifting. I was not shifting. I was talking with Gino before the interview. Neither of us, we just kept in fourth the whole race, so that helped us on the long run. Really, a lot of the setup was tight, but if you drove it a certain way, it would transition to loose the longer the run would go on. So the first 15-20 laps was most of the work. You had to force the rear to go to try to save the fronts, and then you could just cruise once it got to the point where the rear was driving itself. Then it was fine. I would have times where it would get a little bit loose under me, especially when trying to pass Jolene. But yeah, I went for the undercut. We had fallen off, I think, a second of lap time. So I was like, I'll go for it. Hopefully the run's long enough that I can get the long run again. Didn't happen, but still fourth. It was overall fun race. Happy with that.
Well, no, you ran Daytona. Just ran tonight. I was watching the Azka truck race. I seen you got slimed out quite a
Oh
lot.
my god, 5
Did
times.
you even finish that race?
Nope. I
That's
drove that truck until there's too much damage to continue, until it just didn't turn anymore.
yeah, daggone. Yeah,
I got wrecked by every person in that race.
I think that 62 truck got in you like 3 times that race. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even think either of them were his fault either. It's just someone else getting into him, and then you end up getting the short end of the deal on that. But
Yeah, the 2 times in the S's he just turned he just went into me like I wasn't there. And then the restart one wasn't his fault. He got punted from behind into me.
yeah, but back to NARL. You plan on doing any more races here, or is this kind of like a last deal kind of thing?
I'll try to be there for the road course next week, Willow Springs. What are the next tracks? I
I
haven't
got
looked.
Pocono, Myrtle Beach, and then we round out the season at everybody's favorite track, Atlanta. Hey.
I don't know if I'll do Atlanta. I'm not a huge fan of Atlanta, but
You
those
and I
other
have
two,
both.
Myrtle Beach and Pocono, sound fun. So
Yeah, you and I have
maybe I'll
both
do
had
that.
our. Yeah, you and I have both had our mishaps at Atlanta. But
Yeah.
yeah, that one, Atlanta's Atlanta. Way good though. But yeah, you got any last statements before we call it good?
I'm just happy that race went as smooth as it did compared to Aska. Went from worst race possible to just a clean race. It was fun.
Okay, worked
Great
out.
battles showing.
All right. Well, congrats on the top 5, and if all things work out, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Let's go ahead and bring in our
User disconnected
6th
from your
place
channel.
finisher, Mr. TalhaDevYT.
User was moved to your channel.
Mr. TalhaDevYT, you got a copy? P6 on the race. Can't really say you didn't really have too much of a crazy race going on, which compared to races past, I mean, I guess it's a lot better than getting slammed out or completely torn to shreds.
Yeah.
I don't think you really ran anything higher than 5th that whole race.
Not really, no.
What was your thoughts on that?
I honestly thought I was gonna hate how it drove. Like, I did not like how the setup drove at all in the beginning. It felt like it was very tight, and I usually hate it. I prefer looser cars that drive off the right rear. But it was so much fun in the long run. The 70 or not 75 laps and the 50 lap stint or however many, or no, it was 35 laps. This first long run we had after the final restart, I burned my stuff up a bit too much and I lost some time from that. But second run I was able to save a bit better and get 3 cars right at the last minute. Pretty intense battle with Troxel there, and then got by him, Lyle, and Laudenbach within the last 5 laps. I'm not sure what happened to Lyle. I know he had a slight moment earlier and that killed his tire, but
Yeah, I think from the most part, he took a big undercut, came out with the lead, but his tires are cooked. I think from what I was seeing, what he was saying, it looks like he was struggling with saving his stuff.
that was something happened where I guess he got loose from where it's rolling near this one out too. But I know he basically was on the verge of blowing a tire when I got by him. But that was I still probably think I could save better in the second run too. But I mean, I got a 6th place finish out of that. So,
Looking pretty good.
yeah, definitely. The last few races I've done, just racing in general, have been a lot of bad luck and a lot of mistakes by me as well. And either I slime myself out, I get slimed out, or a caution glitch slimes me out.
I think last week, I think the whole entire opposite happened. Luck went right into your favor, and then poorly timed caution and went in your favor, man.
Oh no, I'm talking about just past NR races in general. The last
okay.
Ever the races I've done since that win, I got cursed for the next week basically since that win. No, that was pure luck.
Yeah,
Finally Yeah.
I mean,
Finally,
yeah,
like,
but-
you achieved luck, and then racing gods were like, okay, you finally got your luck, and now we're gonna curse you for the next, like,
20
6
years.
races or something like that. Or whatever it is. So, the caution glitch I meant was the DSRA one. You were there for that.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That was.
You were the one that
rough.
bumper grounded me, man.
That was rough. Yeah, no.
That was funny, though,
Yeah.
low key, but it was
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of self glazing here. The amount of luck I've had is gonna it's kind of come back to bite me. I've gotten 5th place in the past 3 races I've done after running 15th the whole race off to just some crazy random circumstances leading me to keeping my I think I've gotten like top 5 every race I've done this month.
You're
which
leading up points in both DSRA and OSCC,
Yeah.
so... I mean, to be fair as well, like, you were generally like running up front for most of those races. I know Bristol you struggled earlier at first, but
I don't know.
you put yourself.
I'm telling you, I don't know if it's placebo or what, but it did not race anything like it did last season.
Maybe placebo, but who knows?
Bring in our other cheese food car real quick. Get you
Cheese
up
food
in here.
twin,
User was moved
just
to
a
your
cheese
channel.
food twin, who I almost slammed out mid race because he was. As I was lapping him, it was like corner exit, and I almost plowed into the back of him.
I almost had
Yes,
cheese on
cheese
cheese
food on
violence.
cheese food violence.
That's bound to happen one day, I think.
Me and Robbie were talking in the broadcast, Tristan. You know, Crane just make basketball, right? What does Crane just mean? Like, what does that originate from?
I originally got the name. It started, gosh, I want to say back early 2022, something like that. I had took a little break from NR because my parents' Wi-Fi was dog shit and had to wait to get back to my college dorms. And whenever I came back from my hiatus, I adopted it as an alter ego. Hold on. That I had the stream going in the background. I was hearing myself and shit. But
all good.
I got it from Impractical Jokers episode and just kind of ran with it. And I guess I don't want to say I built up a cult, but people were fucking with it. And so that through a few different things ended up spawning my race team, McBasketball Enterprises.
Yeah, I remember
And
that was pretty big in cars, trucks there for a bit.
yeah, I did some bad shit and then got kicked out. So me and Hilliard are not on good
Could be
terms,
worse.
but I've heard it's coming back. I've seen it plastered on like every league that I've checked today.
Yeah.
But I'd love to join it, you know, except I work Monday nights.
yeah, that's rough.
I mean, I hopefully, you know, maybe I could talk it out with Hilliard and hopefully be off Memorial Day and come back and do a little one-off. That'd be super fun. Like, you know, recruit some people to the team and have a big, just for old time's sake thing.
I mean, I'm super stoked for this whole like cars thing coming back because that was the first ever league race I did was in that league, in that series, and it's really cool to see that come back after I say all these years, but it's been almost 4.5 or 3.5 years since.
That, to be fair, for NR, that's literally all these years. That's basically when I joined NR.
Back
3
to
years
my
ago.
day.
Basically, I was, like, the time I've been in the community, I've never been part of Cars. I'm pretty sure Cars was dead, like, after I joined. Or something like that.
It was getting there. I think you joined like it was like I think Rookie Series was going on when you joined.
I joined, like, March 23 or something, like 2023 or something like that. I think.
Yeah, I
March,
think
February.
I think Rookies was in full swing. The last ever Cars season was going on when you joined.
But I'm not gonna do a few races with that. For sure.
There's actually here's a fun fact. At one point, I was the points leader in the Cars Truck Series.
Honestly, that's a pretty cool stat to have. Honestly,
I think it was for like 1 week.
Yeah.
Technically, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't matter how many weeks you lead, as long as at the season finale.
Yeah. I'm still shocked. I'm leading points in like 2 leagues right now. That's nuts to me because like holy cow, that's not easy to do. Like I know a little bit of self-plays, but daggone.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine. To be fair, you also call yourself buns every little mistake you make. So everyone needs to give himself like praised once in a while. I just think what I was gonna say there because it was gonna sound stupid, but yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably get my J's crease at Bluegrass tomorrow. I'm just not that great at road courses. I did do some practice for it, and I will say it drives a lot differently than any other road course I've driven, and I think that's a net positive because I'll usually do well when other people don't do well. Work found in kitchen, I know, but that's my strategy for road courses, you know.
I mean, hey, as long as you survive and don't make mistakes, you could get yourself a decent finish.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking. As much as I want to say I could keep that top 5 streak going, I can't confidently say that. I don't know. Maybe the NR2003, or maybe the God Almighty will bless me with the top 5 streak continuing. But I don't know. I'm gonna need a little bit more than what I've got in the tank. I don't know. We'll see.
See, look, what happens is now Pasta and Will wreck each other. Lyle wrecks me and we both spin. You win.
Yeah. That sounds like some freaking IFAR CTMP type crap.
Oh god. 5R CTMP. Right.
That was nuts.
I mean, saw 2 cars wreck in front of me and then completely murder AGG. and then another car had like a car level subplot.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess some people's like NR2003 like stats are like, who have you wrecked? And yours is like AGG, and I think like in my first ever NARL race, I didn't slime out Trey Kinsey, but I walled him pretty bad.
That's fine. That's fine. Nothing value was lost.
So it was one of them really stupid things. If I had the replay, I'd be looking at it right now, but Cam Jam probably has it. But basically, it was like the last restart, like right at the point of return, and I knew I sucked, so I was like, you know, this is back when I was still like using automatic shifting and
we need to put you in prison for that, by the way.
Full assists, all that jazz. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go to the bottom. Well, the problem is when you go to the bottom and you enter the corner the way you normally would, you drift up the track. And unfortunately, or well, I say unfortunately, fortunately, Troy Kinsey was the victim of my lack of ball knowledge on driving tracks.
Imagine if Cameron's watching an interview, he goes, finds a replay, and then gives you a penalty for it, like 2 years later or 3 years later.
I'm probably like the only person in NARL to get a penalty from a race without being in the said race.
Lying.
Lying media, man.
Fake news.
Fake news, man. Can't believe I'm getting penalties for that, bro. I'll probably get something here soon. I don't know. I feel like I've been a little too tame lately. I might need to start upping up my. I need to start watching some more CNN and get some inspiration on how to.
CNN or Fox News you need to watch to figure out how to lie the best.
Right. I might just start making like a NR2003 podcast or something.
Say that again.
Oh yeah, the McBasket cast. That was a classic, man.
I might know a guy that's got experience in NR2003 podcast.
Tristan, for the record, I saw what the back of your car said. I'm not saying anything. I don't know you want anyone to say anything, but I saw what the back of your car said. I'm just saying, man. Look, I like to read the back of cars when I get a chance to too. Sometimes, if I get a chance.
Did you read the back of Jolene's car?
No, she was so far ahead that I didn't see it.
It said, "Do not pass me or die."
No, I've
and
seen
then
it
had
before.
someone's IP address on it.
I still wonder whose IP address that is.
They probably just went to like a random IP generator. It'd be really funny if it was like
the White House.
I was about to say like the White House or the Pentagon or something.
In
like
Minecraft,
that.
obviously.
In Minecraft, yeah, no, in Minecraft, Java edition, yeah. But yeah. Tristan, I guess I haven't really asked you a honest question yet. I do know you took. Did you take 2 tires or did you like not pit that first stop? I don't remember. I know you.
I just didn't pit, which was a mistake because I realized that I was not built for this. Whenever I saw everybody
holy shit.
behind me that was faster, and I was like, No
That's
way.
actually
So
insane balls of steel to just stay out like that. Honestly, I respect it low key.
Steven
it,
didn't have any like problems.
Well,
I
Steven, no, I saw Steven pit. I saw Steven pit before, but like staying out completely afterwards. Though I guess.
yes, AGG at one point sent it to my inside from like a light year back into turn one, and I was like, "Hey, he can have the bottom. He can have the bottom." And I'll be damned if he didn't make it stick to him.
Yeah, he's
All right, I
he's
gotta
a
get
madman
going.
behind the
I'll
wheel.
see y'all later.
All right, adios, Tala.
User
Yeah, I
left
got
your
to go to
channel.
Essex too.
All right. Well, I gotta go to bed. I gotta open up at work tomorrow. So catch y'all later.
Later.
All right, adios, man. Good luck.
User left your channel.
All right, and that is wraps. Tomorrow I think IFAR is going to. Let me check, cause I think tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I should be there for IFAR. I think they did a vote on what track they're going to. I don't know if it was for this week or next week. It is for this week. So, depending on... Oh, there's no depending on. Tomorrow's race, as far as it looks, and IFAR will be at this track called the Rio Oval. So, I actually did vote for that. I don't know if I'm allowed to vote, as I'm not a driver in there, but I do feel like I should at least have some input as the person that presents the media, the lying media, to the world. I might as well at least, give my 2 cents. And yeah, it looks like that'll be raced tomorrow. Should be there for that. And I do believe, granted, I don't follow points formats I don't like too much, but their little chase format they got going, they got one more race in that after tomorrow night at Darlington, which I think is a very interesting track to finish off your regular season. A good track, I will say. I think it's a good choice. We'll see how that goes. And as for NARL, next week going to Willow Springs, I do believe I should be there for that. Everything's looking good on my schedule, so we'll be there for that. And then probably be there for Darlington next week on IFAR as well. Other leagues and stuff going on. I believe BPNR this Tuesday on Victor Delgado III's channel. I do not recall what track it is, but I think okay, I won't be there, so if anyone's looking for me in the race, you won't see me. So root for Tala, because he's the other driver on my team. Do a little bit of self-glazing, but it is what it is on that. Other than that, I think that's all we got. I want to thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe if y'all haven't already. If you got any other suggestions, anything like that, put it in the chat, the comments, whatever works for you. As for me, everybody involved, I want to thank the league owner, Cameron Jamison. I want to thank Robbie Gilvin for joining me in the booth. I want to thank everyone else involved in all that stuff. And we will catch you all next time.